Hello everybody, in today's video I'm going to switch it up just a little bit. I'm actually going to focus on playing fast over playing smart, and that doesn't mean you can't play smart while rushing around the map, but you're going to see how the play style changes up just a little bit. And hopefully you guys don't mind. Obviously with the faster gameplay, I'm going to have to talk just a little bit faster to keep up with the gameplay than I would in my normal gameplay breakdown. And since I know a ton of people will ask, what's the class setup? What's the class setup? Here it is on screen, the Saug 9mm with stock, fast mags, quick draw. See, I'm running ComSec device, flak jacket, gung-ho, and dexterity. Obviously going to be running crash since I do not have scavenger. So if you can do me a favor and hit that like button if you do enjoy the video, and if you want to find your way back to the channel because you're looking to improve, make sure you hit that red subscribe button, turning it to gray with notifications on. So as you can see, YouTube's telling me that 67% of you that watch my videos on a regular basis are not currently subscribed. So go ahead and help me out getting this a little bit lower if you're part of that number. So since my main emphasis is to help players improve, one of the things I did want to talk about is the combat record, which is available through a phone app, or you can go ahead and log in through the computer and you can get access to the combat record as well. And one of the biggest things that I started doing a couple years ago so I could focus on making sure that I was improving was I was checking this on a weekly and monthly basis. And the main thing you should be looking at is improving your KD, then your score per minute, then your KD, then your score per minute. And over time, you'll go ahead and become a better Call of Duty player. So the gameplay I've chosen to run with today is going to be kill confirmed. So let's go ahead and look at those stats for myself. You can see on the right that I have a 3.45 overall in kill confirmed and a 437 score per minute. And then when we look at the weekly, it's a little bit shorter time span, but I have a 5.33 EKIA ratio with a 640 score per minute. And this is not to show off. This is more to just show that exact concept that I'm talking about, which is progress over time. So there's a lot of different players that have a different development cycle. And what I mean by that is maybe you're only good with rifles in this game, and that's okay. You get really good with using rifles, and then once you've kind of reached a point where you're very comfortable with rifles and you feel like you're very good, then maybe switch it up to an SMG, maybe switch it up to a shotgun, maybe switch it up to an LMG, and start getting better with all the different weapons. Maybe you're really good at kill confirmed, but you suck at domination. Maybe you start working on that specific mode. So there's a lot of different skills you can start working on. It just takes a little bit of time. You have to identify what your strengths are, what your weaknesses are, and start improving at that. And one mistake that I think a lot of people run into is they try to improve their KD and their score per minute at the same time. I think they need to be worked on independently. So every time you load up the game, make sure you're focusing on the right thing. Today, am I focusing on just having a really good KD, or am I focusing on having a score per minute? As you work on both of those independently, they will both improve over time. So either way, you got to do what works best for you. So for today's gameplay, I actually have a 1,000 score per minute playing solo and kill confirmed using that Saug best class setup that I just went over. So on the opening rush, I actually push out to the left side, and then this is a little bit tighter quarters. I'm seeing if anyone's going to rush in. Normally someone comes around and I'm turning around, snapping on that guy. And I know there's another guy coming around the corner, but I get insta-melted by the Gfuel. Pretty much every shot lands. I looked at it in slow motion. It looked like all 4 bullets hit and I instantaneously die. So a little bit of a rough start, but I did want to point out there is some guy laying prone on the floor right here, and he's basically oblivious to everything. I thought he was AFK at first, but he's literally laying prone trying to snipe. And the enemy doesn't even notice the guy because the guy's just laying there. Look at him. He's just in a random spot, lets that guy walk right by. He's still laying in the exact same spot. I don't know how this dude survives. So if you're looking for that ultimate camouflage spot on the map, that is it. You can see the guy is still standing there. I'm coming through. I can see someone's on the backside of the spawn. I go ahead and take him out. I get ready for the next gunfight, and I strafe during the whole thing, and the guy only lands a couple shots. So I'm still in a pretty good spot. You can see my teammate is still laying prone there. And then I'm kind of waiting for a little bit of map information. I saw the guy right here. Is he going to go ahead and rush in? I'm ready for that. Strafe as I get into the gunfight. And I push back through, and I'm debating if I should push through the doors, but I don't have enough map awareness because of the shroud. I'd literally have to step out so I can take the shroud out. So I'm just kind of guessing if someone's going to be on this left side and just kind of wait to see what's going on. Obviously, I'd want to jump over so I could take out the shroud, but it's currently in a bad spot that's not going to be beneficial for me. So I end up getting shot in the back, and I know it's a pretty slow start, but you're going to see how things start to snowball pretty quickly, and I pretty much get more tags than the entire enemy team. And that's while going on some pretty decent streaks. So right here, I can see the guy's heat waving. I thought he ended up dying, so I go ahead and jump to the right. He ends up being in his left corner. I turn around, snap on, take him out, and then I see that there's 2 guys coming around this edge. I go ahead and take this first one out, and then I'm ready to snap on the second. I go ahead and take him out, and then I know this area is pretty clear. And I go ahead and grab that tag. Teammates are behind me, so we're in a pretty good spot. Teammates are pushing for that mid-map control, which is ideal on this map. Obviously, I would prefer to run a rifle on this map and just lock down the middle because that's the smartest play. So it looks like I could just jump out and take this guy off a head glitch. Obviously, if I kind of peeked around the corner, the guy would probably have shot me. So I kind of just jump out, throw them off, make it a little bit harder. I didn't know that the other guy was there. I go ahead and come through, take this guy out. I start to go grab the tag because I thinking I'm in an okay spot, but literally I'm in no man's land and I get pinched from 2 different enemies. But it's all good. I did get the sniper's nest. I was a little bit worried about the hacker, but since they're on the bottom of the scoreboard, odds are they don't have the ice pick just yet, so I don't really have to worry about them until a little bit later on in the match. So one thing that typically happens when you start to play a little bit faster is you get real streaky. Obviously, there's times where you'll go on a 15, a 20 streak, then all of a sudden you die off something random because you are rushing around the map. And this is definitely something that improves over time because you're able to get better at reading that mini map, reacting to different situations that pop up based off where your teammates are, based off what the enemies are doing, and then you kind of build a game plan around that strategy. And it's obviously not going to happen overnight. You're going to have to put in a little bit of time. You're going to have to work on your gun skill, get in a lot more gunfights, which will happen a little bit more organically as you rush around the map. And I think truly understanding the spawns along with having the perfect sensitivity for you goes a long way in improving your overall score per minute. And over time, like I said, your KD will improve if you focus on that. So you kind of alternate that back and forth and you will become a better player. Once the full streaks are out, I can play a little bit more aggressively. What you're going to see right here is I get really close to this next streak. But what I'm really trying to do is wait for the sniper's nest to get me another kill because being only 20 off is pretty close to that next streak. And you're going to see a guy get sniped. I go ahead and run over to grab the tag, but it's already disappeared by the time I go over there. And luckily the sniper nest gets another kill for me, which gets me over to the strike team. And here's where I start to go on a streak. I have the strike team in hand, and as you can see, the match is still fairly close. We're only up by about 7 tags. I go ahead and take this first guy out, and I get into another gunfight right here, and I just miss a ton of shots. So I go ahead and start my next life. I decide to push out to the right side. You can see I have a couple teammates over there. There's a couple teammates in the middle of the map. So we're pretty good in terms of map control. You can see there's a couple teammates in this building, so I go ahead and push through, paying attention to the minimap. I do see someone straight ahead of me. So I go ahead and come around. I thought I could shoot him there, but it wasn't really a good spot. There ends up being a guy on this right side that starts to hack. I go ahead and run over, take him out pretty easily, and it looks like we have a solid spawn flip. I have 3 teammates with me. I go ahead and push around this right side. You can see that these guys dealing damage to my strike team. Since I have black jacket, I can walk right up, take him out. Took a little bit of damage, but I'm able to come back to full health. I take out this first guy, and then I recognize that there's 2 people coming out of the spawn together. The dog looks like he's running over there and maybe takes one of them out. And then I go ahead and push around this left side, go ahead and clean up that first guy. But since the other guy's on a head glitch, I really can't challenge that. So you can see I'm waiting to get my mini-map back, and then I go ahead and rush over, and then I end up grabbing a tag that gets me to my sniper's nest. I'm able to call it in right away without worrying because the EMP has already been used. I go ahead and come around this left side. I see that there's 2 people. I didn't know that there was 3. I don't know how I survived this. I take this guy out, land a shot, melee, and then I end up jump shotting and take out the other guy. So I'm able to get 3 kills there pretty efficiently. Probably shouldn't have survived that, but there was a lot going on with my teammates and the enemies combined. I get a nicely timed vision pulse. I'm able to take that guy out, and knowing the other guy's running through, I take him out, run through, grab his tag, and then I go ahead and grab another tag. I already got a UAV on standby. I see the guys pushing around. He does end up having the Tempest, but his back's turned to me. I go ahead and take him out, grab his tag, and then I have another sniper's nest on standby. I do see a guy up top. I go ahead and take him out, and there's a lot of paying attention to the map. I have another strike team on standby, seeing what my strike team's doing, waiting until they get their full life usage before I actually call them in. I would have taken out this guy, but my strike team ends up cleaning up the kill, and you'll see I end up hearing the dog, but I don't really know where the dog went, and then it just ends up chomping me from behind without really much warning. So even though I just died, I'm still gonna get an additional 30 kills from this point in the match. So obviously I keep up that tempo. Once you get those streaks, it's really a game changer on how fast you can play, because you can trust your strike team more than you can teammates, especially when you have teammates who lay prone right in the open for the first minute of the match. So I know there's a guy over here. I gotta go ahead and kind of come around. It looks like he killed my teammate. I thought he would re-challenge, so I just jumped out shooting, and then I'm cleaning that guy up. I was trying to close that distance so I can do a shot punch, but didn't really need it because I ended up taking the guy out. Running through, you can see my strike team pushing up this left side. I can see the guys over here in the corner, gets taken out, and I'm kind of running with my strike team. Got a UAV. I know there's a couple guys on this right side. I push back through, and you can see where they're spawning from. I know the guy's gonna run through the doorway. I kind of pre-aim it. It was a little bit half-second late, but I'm still able to push through, and you can see that there's 2 people right in front of me to this left-hand side. Go ahead and take them out. I go ahead and call my TAC 5 boost. That allows me to change to my next set of streaks, and then I go ahead and come out, peek really quick, jump out, and take out the guy again. And that's sometimes what you got to do. You just got to use that movement, play fast. Dexterity and gung-ho combined is a great matchup, especially if you're looking to play very fast. So what you're kind of seeing right now is that changing of gear. Sometimes people only stay in the slow gear. Sometimes people only play in the cracked out gear. I'm kind of showing off both of those gears. You can still play fast and smart at the same time. You just kind of got to adjust to how the players are playing. And of course, when you play in a little bit faster gear, mistakes will be made, but that's just how it goes at the end of the day. Like I've said before, you do have to adjust. I'm not sure who had the flamethrower, so I back off. I can see the kill feed right now that the enemy did, so I kind of back off from that completely because that's not a smart push. I can see there's a couple guys right here. I'm not sure if they're going to go ahead and grab that tag. Land a couple shots there. Sniper's Nest takes him out. Another guy decides to go ahead and grab that tag. I jump around. There's two of them, and that's pretty much the end of the match. So as you can see, I ended up going 82-7. Not a bad match for kill confirmed, considering I picked up 37 of the tags. Hopefully, you guys did enjoy the different style of gameplay. If you did, please remember to hit that like button. Let's see if you can help me out with hitting that 1,000 like goal. And if you're brand new, looking to improve, make sure you hit that red subscribe button or hit that icon in the middle of the screen. Appreciate all the support. Thank you for watching, and as always, have a great day.